Welcome back, everyone, to the MAC Teambuilder Dynasty.
This is the off-season part number 2 and the last part of our off-season.
Woohoo!
So we had a little bit of a, taking our time a little bit. We'd like to move a little bit faster, but it is what it is. But let's get into, we have recruiting, custom schedules, and our jerseys. You guys get to see our alternate uniforms for the first time. And hopefully we'll be pretty quick, and we'll get into year number 2 soon.
On Saturday. First and foremost, let's talk about our custom prospects. We're going to start with the Patreon guys. We got Tushane Maysoftly.
Big running back. Big running back. Compares to Derrick Henry. Justice Jackson out of Akron, Ohio. Kind of looks like an athletic quarterback to me. Jason Black, another athletic guy, cornerback out of Essex Junction, Vermont. I don't know of too many football players out of that place.
Grayson Beatty from San Mateo, California, wide receiver. Looks a little tiny for a wide out. Same thing with Tiger Kirby. Might be 2 slot guys.
Yeah, he's from Baltimore and figures to be a kind of an electric player, I would think. T.C. Turner, another guy, could be pretty electric, like I said, running back, kind of a receiving back, kind of a speedster. We'll see how he does. Marcus Fudge,
A free safety out of Ohio. Could be a hard hitter by the looks of it. Got the look of a free safety, Sean Taylor-esque. I'm looking for that kind of type of player. But Lane Tybergene, wide receiver from Mizzou. Now, we're moving on to the next phase of our prospects. Mackenzie Schaefer, Darren Iverson. These guys are still Patreon players.
Yeah.
We'll show a little overall ratings here. We got Tom Cloutier, who's also a safety. It looks like he's going to play a nice part to any team that grabs this player. Now we got Rav McCooter. Yeah, interesting. But this guy looks like he's going to be a beast. Like, just take a look at this. He's a linebacker. He's got that Ray Lewis type of feel there with the neck roll. That's an addition that I had to make. I felt like this is the best way to do it. I mean, this guy's gonna be a stud linebacker here. Jamar Lance. Talk about Jamar Lance.
I don't know too much about Jamar Lance.
Oh, maybe I made Jamar Lance. Wow.
He could be, he's going to be a linebacker. Looks like he can be like a pass rusher. Here's another pass rusher, Connor Roberts. Yep. I remember making these guys here. So Connor Roberts is a huge defensive end. I remember this because I wanted to make him as beastly looking as possible. Got those white elbow pads back there. Got the full cage face mask. This guy is going to be wreaking havoc on quarterbacks big time. Next up, we got Geronimo Legions. Defensive end.
Yep. He's going to be beastly too.
Yeah.
But I say this because a lot of our Patreon players are going to be like immediate impact type of guys.
Yeah. And this should be Leo Flynn.
Not Finn.
I read Finn, quarterback out of Texas. Timmy Klink. This guy's an interesting player to me. Kind of a guy that maybe could be in our reach, He's a little bit like T.C. Turner, but maybe a little bit on the lesser side. John Wood, power running back out of South Carolina.
I want him.
Yeah, he's a guy that might be interested in you. And then Big Mac, linebacker from Evansville, Indiana. And we have the freebies in our prospect giveaway. Leviticus Skittle, Kepa Arrizabalaga,
Balaga.
Yeah, Tito Ramos, Chan Buttermilk, Quandale Dingle, and Sweetness Hurts.
Now, keep in mind, guys, because we could only create 20 prospects inside the recruiting dashboard, these guys that were also included, so the players that won in the open submission in the comment section, right? You guys remember this? The top like getters. That's who those guys were. So when we get to creating them, you can't recruit them from the recruiting dashboard. You got to recruit them inside the database editor, which is what we did, and we'll talk about those guys once we start getting into the actual recruiting boards. So they're in there, but we don't have any pixel person to show you that they're created. All right, are you ready to show off the jerseys now?
Yes.
Let's get into it, baby.
All right, let's check it out. We have last year's players here in practice mode, but you guys get to see our new alternate uniforms. You have the hashtag Shell Shock unis, and we are hashtag Dojo Mode. we have our uniform as our character. So that's pretty cool. I need a name for him. I don't have a name.
I know, like either like Ducky or something. I don't know. Let's take a look at Cody Gatling here, man. Look at Cody Gatling. We got the Robin eggshell helmets, and then on the collar and the shoulders, got a little pattern there. We've got the Robin's lettering right there. Love it. Ooh. The numbers are all Robin eggshell. Robin eggshell blue. Robin's text on the side. Black lettering. It's perfect.
So these are the dojo mode uniforms. So we're only going to wear these when we're feeling a little perky. You know, like we want to challenge you and say like, okay, we're going to win this game. Only thing we need to maybe fix, I'm trying to get the face mask to be yellow. And that's really the only thing I want to touch up on this. But actually, yeah, they're wearing their karate uniform here.
It's hilarious. It's literally the mascot. You've got the eyes of the duck on the side of the helmets. So if you get that face mask to be yellow or orange or something, yeah, the beak. Now I need to edit mine too. I thought that was black, but it is actually brown. So that needs to be a black face mask too. So that's a good catch there. But yeah, dojo mode and shell shock. Let us know what you guys think about the uniforms, the alternates. These will change from time to time, like you said, only when we're feeling a little frisky. All right, guys, let's dive right into our red shirt of players here. Just take a quick look and see what we've got working for us. Big League Release will be our true freshman starter. There's no question about this. We do not want to lose this player to transfer.
No.
Like, just we don't even want to entertain the thought. So he's obviously the clear-cut leader in the quarterback room. Nico Billups will take on that red shirt. We've got LaRue Bryant here that was recruited. Didn't get the face exactly right from recruiting, but you know, we try our best here for a guy that doesn't want to sign. Nick Dockery will also be a guy that we redshirt, being that 47 overall.
Yeah.
A couple O-linemen that we're targeting here for red shirts, but overall it's still going to be a pretty bad season. Hopefully we might sneak across one game across our schedule that we get a W here, but just a little roster preview for y'all. It's still looking like it's going to be a pretty bad year.
I had a cheesy idea here. What if you redshirt everybody that you can redshirt and save them for next year?
Ooh. What?
Like Jefferson Tatum. You save him for next year. You punt this year, try again next year.
Redshirt a senior, huh?
Eat the 0 for 12.
Yeah. Focus on your schooling there, Jefferson.
All right, checking out Lake Huron. We are going to redshirt Josh Cade. Harrison Smith did not make the team, unfortunately. 40 overall quarterback.
So bad.
Or Harrison, I don't even remember his name. Cole Harrison? Harrison Cole?
Don't remember.
Who cares?
He was so bad that
He's
you
gone.
couldn't remember him.
He's gone. We have our little walk-on freshman fullback that they saddled us with. He'll get cut next year. Good luck in the future. Go play Division III. 2 tight ends. Tyson Alexander also did not make the team, our big signing from the offseason. So, you know, we're going to redshirt our junior center just because we can. Zaporski, just because I'm taking my own advice here. I'm like redshirting a couple guys that maybe don't need, maybe I want to save them for next year, you know? Wow, check this out.
44 overall. Like what would even be his cap? Would he probably be a 70 by the time he's a senior?
I'm gonna redshirt Stubber too. Gavin Messina.
Who's this guy?
Blah blah. That was Josh Cade, who I forgot to cut.
Oh.
I missed him. So,
zero speed, zero awareness.
He's got an ACL issue and broken foot, broken tibia, broken pelvis, so he can't actually run. And we are going to release him.
Is that why he says blah blah?
Yeah, blah blah.
Yeah.
Travis Harrell, red shirt, and that'll do it for Lake Huron. Checking out the Alpine alpacas, they look pretty sick here. Looking at there's one that maybe they're thinking they can get away with because they got DeJarek Harbin, who's really good. Jean-Pierre Gagne, maybe they want to save him for next year. We have Rodrigo McMath. This one's interesting. You redshirt an 81 overall wide receiver.
Is he going to play? That's the tough part. I mean, obviously not. You've got 97, 87, 85, 85. Like, he's not going to play.
Yeah,
so
7th on the depth chart. We had Jarquavion Jefferson and Moses Azubike redshirted. Kirkwood's going to have to redshirt as well. No seniors here at tight end, so, I mean, he's going to be tough for playing time. Taco Shell and Cole Slaw redshirting there for the Alpacas. Fuego Peffenhammer.
Still love that name.
Van Enders, I don't know. He'll probably get cycled in there a little bit. Cullen Van Enders, I'm thinking he'll get some playing time. You don't want to, like, make these guys too mad, right? Romeo Gorgonzola with the red shirt. We have Johnny Buffalo and Houston Gunn redshirting as well for Alpina. All right, checking out Ohio Western. Got a redshirt this guy, Jacoby Criswell and Larry Potts.
Good old Larry Potts. Criswell coming over from a transfer portal from the North Carolina Tar Heels. Go to running back real quick. Savage will be the starter. No red shirts there for fullback or running back. We've got Ricky Robinson will take on a red shirt. He's a 68, should be a solid player. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Ohio Western might win the MAC this year.
You think they might?
I think they might be able to upset Alpina. I think they've got a really good shot here.
Well, this guy needs to fix his game.
Jackson Tate, for sure. Like
single-handedly lost them.
Yep.
The game.
Gavin Byers right there getting a red shirt as a tackle. Good defense still. The defensive tackle spot, so that's a little shaky. So the D-line, as far as the middle.
Do that?
Huh?
You think I need to unredshirt Corey McDaniel?
I would redshirt him, yeah. I would. You've got two of those dudes that they're not going to play, so makes sense to me. Linebacker probably the strong suit for Ohio Western here. Now, if we go to cornerback, it's a pretty solid group. Iafante, Myers, Daniel getting the red shirt there as a freshman, 5'9", but Dyson will be the leader of the group. All-American star player back there. And then you got Rojas to team up. So now it's time to talk about the schedule, something we love to talk about. Southern Michigan. We've got Michigan, not at the Big House, in Ford Field. How did we score this opportunity?
Well,
usually these are saved for big games.
I know. Maybe Jim Harbaugh just felt like he wanted to get away from home. Maybe it was getting a little too much pressure. Fans heckling him. But hey, Southern Michigan, you got to show up here at this game, okay? You're sharing Ford Field with Michigan, so I expect a 50-50 split here.
Oh, that's your expectation, huh?
That's what I would think. I mean, you saw how Lake Huron invaded the Alpaca Dome, right? Mm-hmm. We had more people there than we had for our home games.
You had more people there, more people than your population.
In Alpena, for sure. Yeah. So, this game will be at Ford Field as part of the inaugural GG9 Michigan Invitational.
Oh.
So pretty cool.
We need my logos up there.
I know. We're going to revamp the field as well for that game, so stay tuned. You're also going to play Temple and Smooth.
We should win both of these freaking games.
You should beat Temple and SMU.
We've got a good quarterback now, Baylor release, so we should get this done.
You're not going to beat SMU.
Nah.
Temple, I mean, if Rod Carey's still the head coach, maybe. But SMU, I'm going to say that is going to be a blowout.
Cool thing, we get Alpena early, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll take our lumps, and then we get you the next week, so you get us kind of on a little bit of an off week.
Perhaps, yeah. You get Ball State, Toledo, Eastern, NIU, Central, Western, Ohio Western. So I'm glad that the draw from the East is both of the created teams. So you get to play the Alpacas again and Lake Huron, although this time you're at home for both of those.
Could be a little bonus.
And for Lake Huron, as part of the doubleheader of the GG9 Michigan Invitational, we're taking on Michigan State in the nightcap or day cap. Who knows? Who knows who goes first? We haven't figured that out yet.
You're taking on the national champs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And now we're going to host Florida Atlantic. I'm sure that'll be another loss. Florida Atlantic, one of those teams you're never sure if they're going to be good or bad from year to year. Oregon, on the road. Both teams with the Ducks. Ooh, at Oregon. That should be a nice...
At Outson, you are going to get your outs kicked.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to hear, the signs. We can't even like radio them in, you know. It's just, we don't have the technology. We're a poor school with a bad football program. We can't afford these things.
Oh, convenient. You get a week off after a tough matchup, and then you get us.
Yeah, we're going to have to lick our wounds a little bit and play Southern Michigan. I'm glad we're playing Toledo again. Like I said, that should be like a rivalry game in the MAC. Lake Huron, Toledo, not too far apart. And then the MAC East slate kicks into gear, and we close at home with Alpena. So we both dodged the Alpaca Dome this year. The Alpena Alpacas, as per request in our live stream, we had a couple people that wanted to see them play Alabama and get a rematch against Michigan State, and here we are.
This is pretty cool because now, yeah, so they get this game where they say we didn't get a chance to play against Bama. We should have played Bama.
Right.
So now we get to opening week. Then they get that, like you said, they get that week 5 matchup rematch against MSU.
Yeah, and you know, Alpena's kind of in that
prove it mode.
Yeah, they're kind of like Gonzaga a little bit right now, where it's like you got to make it count in the non-conference because the MAC is not going to hold their weight here. By the end of the season, your resume got to make sure it's up to snuff. So Alabama, they're going to host Wyoming. Wyoming likes to play MAC teams for some reason. You know, something about them being in the middle of nowhere, traveling to go play teams in the middle of nowhere. So you go from Laramie to Alpena, it's a natural fit. At Southern Michigan, and they will host Michigan State. Michigan State will go into the Alpaca Dome, and Alpena takes on Ohio Western week 7. So definitely a front-loaded schedule here.
Smack dab right in the middle of the season there for Ohio Western and Alpena, but like you said, very front-loaded. So if you can get your work in early, you might be able to slack off late and get ready for the playoff.
Another common request we had in the chat, in the live chat, Ohio Western at Cincinnati. And Cincinnati should be the toughest team on their non-conference schedule. They do play Kansas, and then they got a challenge here against Kentucky. So how are you feeling about Ohio Western's schedule? You got a lot of road games.
Yeah, that will be probably the toughest part about their schedule is that all the road games that they got to take on, but it looks pretty easy to me. If I had to rank it, a C, I'd probably go a C minus. I'd probably just go another little letter grade lower because really the only two teams they're playing is Alpena, Cincy, and that's just not
Kentucky.
That's really not enough. I don't know.
Can't discount Kentucky.
I'm not going to disrespect Kentucky, but you know, you say, well, we got an SEC opponent. That's okay.
We can make it tougher.
It's fine the way it is.
Who could we play? Baylor, perhaps? Iowa State? Ooh. What do you think? Speak now, forever hold your peace.
We can keep it the way it is. It's fine.
Oh, thanks.
All right, guys, now time to talk about the recruits. Now, up on your screen, if you come across your player and you see your board is not correct of how you submitted them, don't worry. We've changed that in the database editor. This will all be fixed up by the next time that you see us. So, for example, Connor Roberts has Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State, Wisconsin. No MAC teams included here. That will change going into the next week. But for the purpose of this video, we just want to show you the custom guys and who we're targeting. And honestly, everybody's up on our boards right now because we don't know how it's all going to play out. You got to throw it all out there and see what sticks, basically.
Yeah, well, these are the guys that requested that they would like to be recruited by you. So keep in mind, these are going to be Patreon guys. If you do land a Patreon guy, they do get nerfed somewhat. So Connor Roberts, McCooter, Lance.
A couple guys up here on the board like a kicker, Jacob Johnson, Jacob Campbell, guys that are not custom players, but Timmy Klink would be one. Joe Silva, not a guy. John Wood.
He's one of our guys.
He's one of our patron guys. Jake Kirk, not a guy. Timothy Tucker. What's up with all the fullbacks here? My goodness.
Hey,
so we're still in that
power run team.
Yeah, we're still in that mix where we've still got to recruit 1-stars.
Oh yeah.
Like we can't get out of that yet.
It's very, very bad.
But Quandale Dingle the 5th.
Yeah, so he'll be from Georgia. So the location for these guys won't matter. I know we do have our recruiting rules, but these guys are custom guys, even though they're freebies. Chan Buttermilk. And we will also edit their heights and weights, because Buttermilk is supposed to be a power running back. Juan Cena here out of Ohio. And Sweetness Hurts, we talked about, from Boston, Massachusetts. And Leviticus Skittle. Something tells me he's got to be better than 47.
Oh,
I think if you do a little...
Has to be.
I think if you do a little scouting, let's see what we get for Leviticus Skittle.
He's got to be upwards. He didn't move up. Ooh. He didn't move up on me. Only 10% scouted, so.
Now for Lake Huron, we didn't get a ton of love here from the patrons here. We had Tom Cloutier and Mackenzie Schaefer.
You're not jealous, are you?
I'm a little bit jealous. We got out hustled here by Southern Michigan, so maybe we are getting a little bit lazy here.
They just know that we need a lot of help. Oop, that's what it is.
Found a JUCO. Gotta go. We do have Kepa
Arrizabalaga.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, wow.
Tito Ramos, Dingle. So we have all of the same guys. Chan Buttermilk, Cena, Sweetness Hurts, who I really, really want. You know, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want Sweetness Hurts, man, because this dude's got it. 6'6", 257. I don't care what his overall rating is, man. You're a football player. And Leviticus Skittle also on our board. All right, let's check out the Alpina Alpacas here. They are recruiting at a slightly better level than Lake Huron and Southern Michigan. Reggie Jenkins out of Pontiac, Michigan. Rodney Turner, Matt Rawls, Vincent Flowers. How about this guy here? What do you think about Adam Adams?
Great name. He's gonna be a baller.
Maybe we can leave that one. I don't know.
No. All freshmen are renamed here. Derek Dykes, though. That's
Marcus Fudge.
That's a good one.
That guys.
Patreon player right there. Deontay Harrington. That's
right.
the.
Amir Irvin as well. Cedric Mitchell, Xavier Rose. So a couple guys. I like Leo Finn. That was typo. I misread that. It's Flynn. Leo Flynn. Allen, Texas. 3-star. They only have him rated as a 63. I think he might be better than that, but this should be a very good recruiting class for the Alpacas.
Last but not least, the Ohio Western Ospreys. We got an athlete, Pete Young. We didn't see a lot of athletes come over from the last recruiting class.
It's weird.
So, Marcus McGee, Charles Vincent. So a lineman. We actually got a lot of linemen here.
How about Brian Simmons, Huber Heights?
Another Huber Heights, yeah.
He's got to stay in Ohio Western, man.
Ricky Langford, so 2 outside linebackers. Brandon Beck. Look at this. They're focusing a lot on the defense here. Kyle Lewis, Johnny Pearson. Now that we finally see a custom player. Tushane me softly. Tushane, I don't know.
Out of Flint, Michigan.
Ooh, Flint.
6'3", 233. He might join up with Killane me softly at Eastern Michigan.
That would be an interesting brotherly dynamic. They're both brothers. But Josh Bobo.
Yeah, and Grayson Beatty out of California is interested, perhaps, in playing for Ohio Western. So, like I said, still Matt good. They are going after a lot of guys from Ohio who have not declared their interest, but Ohio Western is telling them, listen, just hear us out, and you'll see the light. And maybe they'll get a couple of those 5- and 4-star Ohio recruits.
All right, I know your favorite part of talking about off-season stuff is top 25 polls.
I guess so.
I'm not really into it that much.
Yeah, we're going to start with Alabama. You have last year's defending national champion, Michigan State. You got a couple more, Ohio State, Big Ten there. Alpina checks in number 9. 97 overall team. They got to have a chance this year. Look at NC State, A+ offense.
It's kind of a weird 10 through 13. I'm not going to lie to you. Arizona State, NC State, Iowa State, Utah. It's just kind of out there a little bit. Oregon State at 16. USC, Cincy, Oregon, Baylor, UNC. Good list there of top 25. But just outside the top 25 is our Ospreys. I think that they're kind of getting a little MAC bias going on right now. Georgia Tech in front of them? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Ohio Western should be top 25. But if they beat Cincinnati, they will take care of that themselves, and we will scroll all the way to the bottom.
Oof.
Oh, we beat out UL Monroe.
That's good. That's a win.
I guess. I mean, they went winless last year too, so we are ahead of you, 124. But I can't even brag about that.
We're a 52 overall. Now, here's a list that I like looking at. I like looking at the All-Americans. I want to see what these players are up to.
Yeah, the All-MAC team here. You got Easton Buchanan, Louis Savage, Jamario Jett. So, Alpena's got a newcomer at quarterback, Kevin Gransky. Not going to be on this list because obviously this is what you have done last year. You should not be on this team, my friend. But
you keep ripping that guy.
I know. I'm riding him. He needs to be, taking down a couple notches here. Alpena, a lot of returners on defense for Alpena. Entire linebacking crew, all MAC here. Defensive backs, Ohio Western's got the two, Darius Myers and Leandro Dyson. Swartzlander, your top kicker. And we have a first-team all-MACer in Breezy Nickelberry. Let's see the second team. You had Calypso Berryhill, more Alpena Alpacas, Higo and Zukowskis, Jacques Ransom, Kasongo.
I'm still not seeing any Southern Michigan.
Oh
my gosh! Just as soon as I said, he's a 57 overall and he made an All-MAC team.
That's ridiculous.
Wow,
he shouldn't be on there. And
TJ Underhill as a returner. I like it.
You got two.
Yes.
Second team All-MAC.
All right, guys. So heading into Saturday, we've got week 1 on tap. Ohio Western against Cincinnati. So a regional broadcast game because it's a regional game. A little rivalry happening here between these two teams in Ohio.
That's like an ESPN2 game.
Probably. Yep. Lake Huron against Michigan State. You are a national broadcast game.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So are you going to bring your A game? Are you wearing dojo mode here?
I'm thinking about it. I don't know.
My gosh.
I only wear those if I'm like throwing down the gauntlet, issuing a challenge.
We're national broadcast game as well.
Yeah, you might be even on ABC. Like,
we're gonna get our butt kicked.
They love showing Michigan week 1 destroying a MAC team on ABC.
Yeah, I gotta set the tone for the narrative, right?
Yeah.
Michigan's so good, and then play against Alabama and get throttled.
Well, speaking of Alabama, Alpena, Alabama, this game's got ESPN written all over it. 7:45 slot.
CBS.
Yeah. It's going to be at Bryant Denny Stadium. So no neutral field here for Alabama. This is at Tuscaloosa. And we'll see if Alpena has a chance here.
Battle of the Als.
Yes.
Alabama and Pena.
Sure.
Pena.
Sure.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Leave a like if you like this thing. We will see you here next Saturday. Well, this Saturday, I should say. Little late video here posting tonight, but either way, Wednesdays are college football days, man. And so I'm just happy to get out of the offseason, finally get into year number 2 for gameplay. Made some progress in the offseason. I feel like even though, the team is still bad, we did make some good moves this year, especially getting the culture changes. I'm interested to see how Bailey Verlies plays. I'm interested to see how Cash Fortuna plays. And I'm looking at you as taking a next step this season. Maybe not for us. I don't feel like we have necessarily the talent still, but you've still got some pieces. Bloodsaw, Doubleday.
I've got 3 halfway decent players.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
It's something.
Yeah, we'll see if you can sneak off a W. All right, guys. I'll see you on Saturday for week number 1. Leave a like if you like this thing. As always, thank you so much for watching. As always, peace.